Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Front-to-back option with double carries and just having the Syndra as a strong blind pick, or not blind pick, rather pick into the Azir is final debates here coming in from Mersa in terms of what he wants to select.
Yeah, I mean, he has been the double AD carry.
Testing the jungle for now as Yanko's moving to top. He's going to wander in, knowing that Perkz is already under his tower, not really in any room to do anything to respond back. But on the bottom side of the map, Mersa now been locked up. Neon now stepping forward. Big damage coming in onto Mersa. Lands the Mystic shots, lands the auto. There's nothing left of Neon. He's not done. He's stepping forward, continuing to trade autos. Jack Spectra getting a little thirsty here. One or two more autos, that's all it's going to take. No flash available. The Q through the flash out to safety from Neon. So far ahead that it feels just unplayable for Heretics.
Yeah, and it feels a lot of the times like Bo is that player that wants to go out aggressive and get those.
The Ezreal and Karma continue to push in, continue to deny CS, continue to look to grab plates. Now we're fighting for jungle camps, but Perkz going to get an excellent disengage. They're not fully going to commit. Yanko's flashing in, wanting to finish the job. It's feeling a little bit personal, but he's already taken out the Wukong. Perkz now starting to walk away. Healing coming in. Lambs for a spike. Perkz trying to take a breather. Flash back in from Bo. Bo trying to make it look clean. Mersa manages to grab one. Ruby surely just next on the list. Oh, Bo, no. He's gearing up. You give him one. You give him two. He's looking for three. That's going to do it in the end. The double kill for Bo. Meanwhile, top lane. 1v1 back and forth. Evie going all out. Photon going away. Not interested in that one, and a massive win in the exchange. 1,000 gold. Individually, 1,000 gold. He's a third of Vitality's overall gold lead by himself.
And I want you to think about the sentence you just said. Ezreal poking the Caitlyn out of lane. How objectives like the Rift Herald when they know they can get more elsewhere on the map. And I mean, you don't put your focus on the top side. They still win out on top side, but Vitality.
The map's starting to get smaller and smaller for Team Heretics, and we talked about it, Dag. The two items really where it feels like Vitality's composition can start to take over. Well, they're already.
Seeing why we haven't got the Caitlyn out of Heretics thus far, right? I think Vitality took the gamble and it's working out for them. Now they're looking at their last tower in the mid lane. And Yanko
there. Scatter the Weak goes wide. That's a start. Arrow goes wide though. Mersa now hitting that ult is massive. Lamb's respite on the backside. Mersa incredibly low. Photon stepping in. Neon getting chipped away just a little bit. Mersa ticking. Two blinking health bars. Mersa burning. Leandries will not finish the job. Jack Spectra just barely able to walk away with his life. As in the meantime, Ocean Drake is going down.
Gives them a little bit more control over that first pick, or maybe they thought the Karma was the problem, right? So I think you've got a lot of opportunities to change, and I think that's why it's so exciting to see this new format.
Yeah, ready to see the adaptation. Bo moving down to the bottom side. Kaiser fearlessly stepping forward. Mersa is so squishy. Goodbye to the bar. As Yanko's now managing to knock up one. Bo flashing back out to safety, healing up just in time. Evie desperately trying to finish the job here, trying to lock up Bo. Does he have ulti available? Doesn't look like he can take him out of this one. Evie running away here as all of Vitality are descending upon the Cassante. Slowly but surely they look to break him down. Silent Unstoppable means it's just a free port for Evie. That was clever. It looked really pretty, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Evie now trying to finish the job. The knockup now coming in. Evie trying to make a heroic effort on the bottom side, but he is eventually brought low. Jack Spectra now knocked up again. The Gale Force, not enough. Neon going to take that one away.
They had the opportunities with pushing lanes, trying to see if they could get something going, but the second you fall behind, I mean, this is all you've got left.
I like to see it. We'll see how powerful it is, how much damage it does. The Ezreal certainly hit like a truck. Team Heretics just going to have to hide for those towers and farm up. The wall there, definitely a big homie for their side as Mersa once again gonna get taken down. Ruby now scooping back to the rest of the team. Yanko's finding the knockups. Ruby getting cut down. They just do not have the damage, but they will finally shut down the Kindred. A perfect split scatter the weak from Perkz. Manages to find two. Yanko's now running for the hills. Photon can tank any tower he needs to, but there's no towers left standing for Yanko's as the entire team looks to chase him down. Knock up over the wall. Scatter the weak again. Fight after fight after fight.
Towards this top side to see if they can get some vision for Baron, because you know that's going to be the next big call for Vitality. I just don't know how Heretics try and stop. Already comfortable on this kind of setup in that bot side, and then see if you can get a little bit more control coming through from the jungle. Not that I think Jankos has had a particularly bad game on the Wukong, but I think it's just significantly easier for him to play that.
Knockup, snare. They're going to kill him. Yanko's now running for the hills. Second ulti stack going to buy a bit more space. Evie on the backside with Ruby. Maybe there's something to be done here. Photon, though, a very beefy front line as Perkz just runs in, pushes his R button, and there is no more Jack Spectra left on the Rift. Photon flashing in. Unstoppable now coming in for Evie, trying to leap his way out to safety. Does make it out thus far. Vitality kind of just playing with their food here. Very far ahead. Evie going to step in, try to get more damage down with the total strikes, but will not find it. Now Vitality should be able to...
I think the biggest problem for Vitality is just how short range they are, so getting this Baron is going to help out, prevent some of the wave clear that Jack Spectra, Mersa...
Soul backing them up, so his damage just does not stick. And it's tough. You know, I think for Team Heretics, when you look at it overall, they were not the expected favorites in this series or in this group. Remember, Vitality picked them. They chose this is the opponent that we want. You can see why. It's pulling ahead a lot in terms of individual advantages. But I think that when you look at the rest of the series, Heretics are going to have to dig deep, because when we talked to Jankos, he said it's not about how we're going to hit the ground running. It's about having to be faster at developing than other people. And they're not getting a lot of time to develop, because they're spending a lot of time with a gray screen right now, because Vitality are relentless.
And that's the thing, when you look at this Heretics roster and you look at like a coaching staff with Peter Dunn, it is going to be a case of like a slow burn for Heretics, where they do want to try and like build up that roster over time. But Vitality already hit the ground running, and they're hitting Heretics pretty hard off of that. Yeah. And now they got to try and hold on to their base.
They are trying to burn them fast. They are fast burning through Heretics. So we are 26 minutes into the game from the level 2 gank from Bo in the bottom side, setting Kaiser and Neon ahead. This has been a one-sided affair. 2 kills to 16. Ocean Soul Vitality ready to fountain dive before they end this game. Kaiser will get taken down. Merso finally grabbing something back as massive damage comes in. The Vitality going to grab game 1 in this best of 3.
And that was it. So yeah, just going to go for that instead.
A very interesting shift in the draft here, and you can see. You talked about bringing out
Flash on that heal burn, so kind of helping out a little bit on that bottom lane to make sure that if you actually get the attention from Jankos there, should be a little bit easier to get onto Caitlyn.
Oh, another hook lane. Are they going to kill Kaiser and lane flash forward from Jack Spectre? They're trying to finish the job. One more auto is going to do it. First blood coming in. Oh, nobody can play the Caitlyn and LEC. They're just too damn good. That is redemption for the Heretics bottom lane
team, but I think Heretics, rightly so, kind of going, hey, if we control bot side, we control the game.
Jankos coming in. Neon trying to sidestep here. Good patience on the E coming out. Nice backstep, but now Kaiser's going to be the one in trouble. So much CC just locking him down. Neon can get nothing back. Nice little camping emote to come out on that one as well. Another kill over to Jack Spectra. Holding the hook for now. Can't hook right back in. Now Neon's poking back, but he doesn't really do any damage. He's still just on Doran's revealable.
And I feel
players are bringing to the board. Neon is now so far in the hole, as is Caitlyn. 1.4k gold deficit. Early skirmishes, early fights are just not an option. And now Mercer's just left lane, because he can do that because his bot lane is so far ahead it can be left in isolation. Photon now going to be in trouble. Evie, not a solo this time. He gets help from the bottom lane.
Even up that gold on the bot side, because Jack Spectre is back in time. Well, now you're starting to see what was a 1.6. I'm looking to see where Caitlyn's actually off to, because you see Kaiser matching up against Marissa. We got Jankos moving into this top side.
Knock back over the wall. Jankos coming in. Long-term play. But Bo's now in, and Photon is not. This is a moment of miscoordination. Unstoppable now. Evie just trying to finish the kill. They're going to manage to grab one. Evie flashing out to safety. Q3 not available. Bo able to keep it a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Kaiser getting caught out once again. Ignite ticking. Mersa on the hunt. That is one angry candle, man. And Lightning Girl comes in to finish the kill. Bo will grab another.
From Bo to kind of turn this one around. And I mean, when you're at this stage of the game for Bo, actually, hang on.
Hold on. Tag team now. Unexpected visitor onto the top side of the map. Photon desperately trying to escape, but that's Jankos with the steel chair. Down goes Photon.
Now they get the first tower in the spot end.
And this is very big for Vitality, finding this avenue to play the game, because they spent so much time. No more all-ins quite yet. Although I love how aggressive everyone plays this lane. It's my favorite part of watching this lane. Never mind, it's an all-in. Heavy full committing. He's gone completely and totally all out. The stun gonna connect. Now just looking for the solo bullet. Photon! Woo! Redemption, baby!
There could be beads of sweat dripping off them, but I mean, especially if your rest of your map is going relatively well, maybe that's why he's so cool, calm and collected, because you get topside trade. That's 2 towers now for Vitality. Janko's doing a good job though, trying to look for the tier 2 here. Should just put a little bit more pressure on towards Vitality in the grand scheme of things.
And this is very big. The Team Heretics are trying to match and keep up with the pressure on the map. It's easy to get flustered and fall behind when someone else makes a play, when someone else is able to find a solo kill, but they are keeping the pressure going. 8 seconds till Infernal Drake. Sole point for Team Heretics if they are able to secure it. They've got bot side pressure. Vitality looking to respond. Kaiser locked up. Jack Spectre going over the wall. He wants one. Bo's now going to be in trouble. He's spinning, but now the Fed Zeri finally gets to play, and it's a quick double for the side of Heretics.
And that just sets up third dragon now perfectly for Heretics. They commit to the bot side. They know that's where the next objective is, and Heretics, this Infernal Dragon that's up in 2.5 minutes is going to be so crucial for Vitality. Just looking to use the fact that you should have about 2.5 items, if not your third item, complete onto Jack Spectre. Plays for that.
Ooh, Photon running. Wasn't able to place the ward, but wasn't able to complete the channel on the jump. TP's now being burned. It's an all-out brawl on the bottom side. Perk's now going in first. He's been locked up first. The stun now coming in. Victor doing so much damage on the back step, and they haven't been able to finish a kill quite yet. Evie leaping out to safety. Jack Spectra ready to come over the wall. Here comes the Zeri. Jankos grabbing the kill.
Still a force to be reckoned with.
Total control of the bot side jungle from Team Heretics. Perfect vision, and now moving into the bottom lane as well. Neon going to be in trouble. Ulti coming out from the Nautilus. Knockup going in. Jack Spectre now here in the meantime. Perkz trying to focus down the Zeri, but the Zeri still standing strong. Leaves out safety, but not far enough. Jack Spectre.
Vision set up on this bottom half of the map. Let's just play for that final dragon.
As well, making it that much harder for the Wukong and the Jax to sustain up in these fights. And here we go, one more time. Bo knocked up, has a second charge of the ultimate to try to spin out to safety, but they're gonna finish that one. Jankos on a rampage to Team Heretics styling, get away from them. Now admitting, there's a Lux waiting with an ult. It's not too far away, 9 seconds, not gonna have enough time. That is gonna be Baron at 20.
This is just as over as the last game was for Vitality. There is basically zero chance of that.
Yeah, you can change performance between games. I thought if you inted one day on the weekend, you had to int both days. I thought those were the rules. Bo had a good game one. Game two, it's a little bit of a roughie here. Jankos unstoppable, wants to buff up that scoreline as Perkz has
mid lane. Like, he's just not going to be doing damage. And Ebby, he's built fully for any of this AD damage that can come through, and Perkz still can't even really scratch the surface of this Kassandra's game. And I mean, now you've got Vitality who are just stuck in their base, can't really do anything, and there's not really any avenue for them to try and crack open the space because, or sorry, to defend the space, because Neon doesn't really have wave clear. No one on your team really has the wave clear, especially against the Baron buff that's there.
And really good from the side of Team Heretics that they are able to use at least one Baron empowered wave to push into the base. Mersa just stepping forward. I mean, Vitality instantly forced to retreat. Baron buff gonna fall off in 7 seconds. They're gonna grab 2 inhibs on just the last 20 seconds of this Baron buff. That is clutch. It makes it that much easier to take Herald or Elder if they even feel like they need it. I don't think there's enough time left in the game because Photon is split pushing. And Team Heretics they're gonna go for all 3 and probably the end to follow.
Yeah, I mean, there's no terror, so here we go.
Hook lands in, Perkz goes golden, Bo now knocked up. Perkz in the gravity field does make it down to safety. Objective bounty comes through, but will it be enough to keep Vitality in this game? Neon taking so much damage from these Infernal Drake procs. Bo in the midst of everyone just dies! Doesn't even get to push the R button. Neon hooked up, taken down, knocked out. Team Heretics will not go quietly. They are knocking down Vitality in dominant fashion and moving ahead to game 3.
Welcome to the group stage, Heretics. That was a performance and a half. Domination from the bot lane, and this is where you have to talk about how good it was from Jack Spectre and Mersa to not only just have that performance, but after what had happened.
Vitality have to feel favored, but despite the burden of damage.
There's no word for Ebby, but just in case, he's trying to make sure he can play this. But again, no Ghost. It's going to be up so soon. But now they know the ward's gone down.
Well, has to be careful here. There's not really a lot of a play for him. Oh, and perfect body slam flash keeps this play going. Ebby holding on to the counter strike for now. 1, 2, 3, first blood. I did not think they'd be able to pull that off. That was Ruby. Jankos is going to grab that objective as you highlighted. So for now, the Dragon phase, but could make the next skirmish if Bo is involved a little bit more difficult. Kaiser, absolute mad lad, handshake pulling back, goodbye to Ruby, and that is not what Team Heretics wanted.
It's what a lot of Vitality fans wanted to see, though.
The Team Heretics put themselves in because Neon is already pushing in and could look to grab plates. Looks like it's a bit of a split call, though. Neon is coming up, but he's coming up quite late. If they don't steal this, it's going to be disastrous, but he does steal it. He makes it happen. He doesn't have an ultimate. They need to immediately kill this Kindred. If they can lock him down, maybe they can get it done, but Bo is still standing. Shutdown coming in is massive as Evie finds another. Team Heretics, they may not have gotten the Herald, but Vitality will not get the eye, and they will not walk away with their lives. It's a beautiful fight for Heretics. Evie wants to keep it going. One more stun. One more empowered. I'll grab it either, so either side going to get the advantage of those 1.5 free plates. Bo waiting in the darkness, very confident here. Does he have ult again? Bo holding on to it, Lamb's respite, but he's in the meat grinder. I don't think that there's actually any way out of this one. Knocked down, knocked up, but no, the bailout trying to finish another kill. A lot of blinking health bars. Team Heretics grabbing another one. Bo, they've let him cook too much, Dagda.
Has failed to fail. Now their Vi hasn't started it. So you actually try and group up as a team to put pressure there, but they're just too late. Now Jankos trying to put pressure onto Photon.
Photon waddling his way out to safety. He is gonna die, and Soraka ult is gonna make sure.
Jack Spectre has that first item completed, or as you can see now, just, hey, we're gonna give this up. We're gonna look for position on bot side, take the turrets that are definitely there for
execution on the side of Team Heretics. So Team Heretics ever sloppily fight into Vitality, instantly you're gonna have, for now, was in favor. Team Heretics, but it looks like the Dragon will drop in favor of Vitality, so good play. Heads up decision.
Members of Vitality, and now they're in the mid lane. Heretics can't really respond.
Photon off to the side. Yanko's coming over the wall, but I don't know if this is the fight that they want. Yanko's now full committing. They've got a Jax on the flank. Jax Spectre now stepping in, doing big damage. Bo already gets taken out. No! Lamb's respite, buying him a moment of time, but here comes Emmy the Jax on the backside. The backup from the Syndra is massive. It's a double kill for Ruby. Perks getting back one in exchange. But instantly, Team Heretics turned the play on its head.
I mean, you still got the Azir here. Perks trying to go between the towers, but not able to find anything. Heretics looking for that mid lane tower and maybe a little bit more as Heavy's feeling himself.
In that fight, really the one trying to bring it home for the team overall, but this is the Baron I talked about. Team Heretics cannot let this one go over to the side of Vitality. Vitality, if they can get this clean, it's everything. Jankos now coming in. Jankos, can he steal it away from Bo? But it's too fast. Vitality getting this Baron is devastating for Heretics. Their wave clear is lackluster at best, and this is a terrifying siege team to play against.
I think the one saving grace for Heretics is they should get this mid lane tower off the back of this. I'd love to see someone moving up towards topside as well to put pressure on towards this river area instead. Try and set up for the fight, but let's say Neon, Photon in a position, Perks, and both playing very safe, not in range of Jankos. And I mean, for the rest of Vitality, they've actually started to group up now. They get to keep pushing.
And keep in mind, the cost of Team Heretics walking into the river like that is 600 gold. It is the tier 2 tower. Evie, clean stopwatch now. Needs to make it out. Handshake now pulls him back. He's getting burned down. He's ticking. Photon going to finish that kill. And now Mersa next. Vitality grabbing the bot lane tier 2. Should be able to
care about the Dragon. They're just trying to crack the base, and little mistake from Heretics, and Vitality are punishing so well.
Vitality can be over-aggressive, but a lot of times when they have a lead like this, they play with surgical precision. We're seeing it here now. 22 minutes into the game, looking to make this one the fastest. We thought there was parity. We thought it was close, but Vitality take the Baron, they take the picks, and they're looking to end the game.
I mean, Ruby has TP to get in here, but I mean, Bo's low. You have flashes that are burnt off of people like Bo.
Now he's got Navori. He's just going straight for Bloodthirster. Get that extra bit of sustain. Doesn't need any more damage.
And even the fact you get that
quite matter yet. Red buff also going to heal him up. It'll take a little bit of time, but he'll get there.
I think it's just creating like a bit of confidence for Heretics to move in. But
here comes Photon. Knockback right in the Jankos. Jankos going to immediately ult, trying to get something back, but it's a quick pick from the side of Vitality, keeping the pressure up, and already supers on the bottom side of the map.
I mean, that's what Heretics wanted. They were the ones that were actually trying to look for the pick in the mid lane, but I mean, great job again from Photon. He's been so good on this Gragas, and again now, Heretics are drawn back to try and deal with their base, and Vitality are going to continue pushing forward.
Breaking another tier 2 tower. Ruby doing what he can on the Sin, so you can at least contest some vision. Again, as long as you can see the Gragas. So Team Heretics fighting for what they can, what little bit of control they can. Started off, control ward is up. They're not even worried about taking that vision away. I think Evie's gonna maybe get some autos in between there. They force out the TP, they can just collapse on this TP instantaneously. That silence from Soraka is brutal, but it's early. Perks goes gold in the meantime, flashing out safety, ulting. Small advantages again for the side of Team Heretics. Maybe enough to keep this fight going. Lamb's respite now going down. Heretics, can they turn this one? Photon maybe look for the disengage. Instantly, Evie goes over the wall trying to take Perks out before he can get any damage down. The Jax is massive. Team Heretics need to keep this one going. Evie into the backside, taking out the Kindred. Is everything. Ruby stepping forward, trying to find the solo kill, but now they managed to split apart. Vitality still standing. It's all eyes on Jax Spectra. It is Jax Spectra and Ruby versus the world. Kaiser running out to safety, and I don't know how they've done it, but they've done it. Team Heretics holding on. Photon will get one back, but Team Heretics take the fight. And honestly, Dagda is breathing big. One more fight. And remember, while you have another chance, while you will get another opportunity, if you fall here, you will lose the luxury of double LM. You will have to play perfectly for the entirety of your season if you want to lift the trophy at the end of winter. Long road for both these teams, regardless of which route they take. For now, though, Baron in the sights of both, the only thing that matters. Evie off to the side, isolated, 3K, getting lower. They're going to flip it. It's going to require absolute discipline, but Vitality just taking their time now, turning to try to burn down the Baron. Can they get through it? Team Heretics will take that one out a bit late on the smite, but they are going to grab it. Photon now going in. Yanko's going back. They're only going to keep 4 Barons up for now. Yanko's sacrificed for the buff on the side of Team Heretics, but I don't know if it was a good trade. Photon keeping the ball rolling. They will not spot out Evie. Perks now going in. He wants to end the game here, seeing his opportunity, but he's getting cut down.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I mean, great flash. Ruby's doing it.
Incredible. I've never seen that. I've never seen someone's Anya's after. That has to feel so bad for Perks. Bo now taking out 2. Oh, Vitality, they're trying to double down. They keep gambling, but it's Team Heretics who keep winning, and that is the TP. That is Evie on the flank. Kaiser and Neon getting collapsed on. Spell Shield coming out, being burned just a little bit early. Neon getting chunked through. Ignite ticking onto Evie. Ruby now chasing. They just don't have the hard CC. They don't have the engage to keep this play going. Team Heretics forced to back away. Such an intense game. 2 minutes and 50 seconds until the Ocean Soul. Knockback on a Photon is big. They're still going to go. They're going to try to burn through him, and it's going to be once again a bailout that will get nothing done. Pushing limits there. Limit testing, but ultimately it turns against them, and now suddenly we've got a situation where we wanted to see what these solo laners were going to be like. We wanted to see what Evie could do on a side lane. He wasn't in that position for 90% of this game, but now he certainly is.
I mean, how many times have we said that, though? Vitality taking that step too far forward, trying to bite off where they can chew with Bo, and now we're starting to push forward. What can they get? I mean, mid tower down, top one, next on the menu.
The pressure is on. Evie zoning Photon away, breaking down towers. Meanwhile, Perks push 100% confidence. What do? Get caught in a fight that they can't afford to get caught in. And they're not out of the game yet. But if Team Heretics make it happen, Goldberg, another big winner on top of Team Heretics. But now, Yanko's getting caught out is massive before the objective starts. 30 seconds.
The right fight can still bring this back.
But the right fight gets that much harder to find when you're facing down Ocean Soul, because that extra bit of healing means that the amount eventually someone will have to respond to this. But for now, Vitality trying to use all of the damage they can bring to bear to burn through this Baron. Yanko's waiting over the wall. Yankos, will they look for the steal or will they look for Perks? Perks now leaping up safety, but it looks like Yankos is overstayed as well from getting pushed back into the team, and goodbye to the jungler of Team Heretics. That is a massive ult coming in from Kaiser to buy a bit more time, but Evie in the midst of everyone manages to find the stun. He goes golden, he buys a brief moment. Respite from Bo to keep the back line standing. Evie still standing, the stun now going down. Stopwatch coming in from Bo, and they simply refuse to die. The carries of Vitality stand tall. It is a TP coming in from the Gragas on the backside. It is Neon versus Jack Spectra, and right now Neon is winning. Mersa cut down or nearly. Gets to watch his own death in slow motion. 2.5 seconds of knowing that the game is over. Photon on the hunt for Jack. Spectra, Vitality barreling down mid lane looking for the win.
Okay, it's a little bit of hide and seek. TP back from Ruby into the base. Neon needs to reset, though. You can already see the wave is being pushed in, and as long as Photon can stop the reset, it might be okay.
Q. Oh, first strike. Last strike, maybe.
I think there's going to be a few more strikes. Objective, 2.5 minutes until that Elder Dragon is available. So Vitality going to be looking to make sure they can put pressure into
this game effortlessly. Vitality keeping the pressure on. They've got so much range, so much zone control. It is so hard for Team Heretics.
Off the turrets.
No reason to flip it on the Elder. They can just play it out slow. Ruby fishing. You can see every scout of the week could be a dead member of Vitality, but now the engage coming out. Bo took so much damage. Bo locked up. Lamb's respite is there when he comes back up, but will it be enough? Buying space with the hostile takeover. Bo still standing. Yanko's getting cut down slowly but surely. Evie on the backside, but he's not able to take out a single carry. Bo still alive, and that's going to be the game.
Vitality just brute force their way onto the Nexus.